Merry Christmas!
And with that, this is the Christmas podcast, which I'm hoping goes up on Christmas.
Hopefully.
And you know what? Because it's Christmas, it's my favorite time of the year where I have to listen to all the fanboys talk about my least favorite thing in the world. The Star Wars. So tell me, Devin, what's new with them Star Wars?
Yes, let's get right into it.
As far as I'm aware, I am the only person right now to... Well, me and Chrissy went to see Star Wars. Chrissy is not here today. And you, Trev and Victoria, have not seen it yet.
Yes.
And Kira, you have no desire to. The Rise of Skywalker, it's out. It's getting reactions. It's funny. I've noticed, I remember when Last Jedi came out, it was people loved it, and then slowly but surely the fan base that hated it was we hate this. So it was just sharp-eyed. With Rise of Skywalker, it's funny. It's not getting particularly favorable reviews by critics.
Oh, interesting.
Audience-wise, it's getting pretty good, but in terms of reactions from people I know, just people I see online, I don't really pay much attention to it, but it just seems, it's just a different reaction for every person.
Yeah.
It's people love it, people hate it, people think it's meh, people think it's it's alright.
I can 100% guarantee you I will hate it, and I still hate it, and I will never stop hating it.
Oh, 100%. No.
Okay.
Yeah, you would absolutely despise it.
Well, this is supposed to be the last of the new trilogies coming out right now,
trilogy, and I will give it this. It's an ending.
Okay.
Sorry,
okay.
that sounds really I'm blowing it off. Overall, I thought this was a really good movie. Does it have issues? Yes. But
most movies
Star
do.
Wars has always had issues.
Yeah, exactly.
Star Wars has always been flawed. Sorry, Kira, what's on your phone?
Oh,
What's on your phone?
did you see a spoiler? Oh, no. Okay.
Is this related to Star Wars at all? Okay.
Okay. It'll
Sorry,
come up afterwards
Kira
then.
was in a state of shock there. And again, just if you're listening, I'm not going to go into spoilers on this because, again, I'm the only person here who has seen it. I know for Chrissy, this is her favorite out of the new trilogy.
Really?
I can't say it's mine.
Obviously, your favorite's the one I'm in, right?
Yes. Actually, you know what's funny? I honestly still cannot decide which one I like better, Force Awakens or Last Jedi.
The one I'm in.
Yeah. Because it's I have different issues with each movie. It's I like Force Awakens for different reasons than I like The Last Jedi. And then there's Rise of Skywalker, and it's funny, for the first about, I'd say, 20 minutes, I honestly wasn't sure. The pace was, super off. It was just, going,
no.
really quickly.
Yeah.
And, they weren't stopping to breathe. Once they get to kind of the first big planet sequence, it settles. It's still...
Oh, okay.
It's basically... The movie starts and does not stop until the end, which I like. I like stuff like that. And to me, it's for the end of the saga, it makes sense that they just going all out on this one.
Yeah.
This is also the first one where Rey, Finn, and Poe, our core trio of the new trilogy, are all together. And they're all together for a good majority of the film.
Yay.
Actually, funny enough, but I won't go into that.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay, literally, it's not even a spoiler. There's a random minor character who kisses another lady at the very end for 2 seconds.
So we have lesbianism.
For 2 seconds. It's nothing
All right.
major,
Lesbians.
but it is something.
Yeah.
It's more than nothing.
Yeah, it is more than nothing.
Yeah, true.
Barnabas gets more than that all the time.
Exactly. So yeah, it's funny. It's God, I have to skirt around so much talking about this without going into spoilers. But yeah, all I can say is for the most part, it's it goes at a steady pace. Ton of fan service, and there is. The fan service never really bothered me. Because it wasn't like Force Awakens where they're literally repeating basic story beats from New Hope. Here, I mean, there's definitely
Does it follow the basic Star Wars trilogy outline? Because I bet you it does.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but at least they do some different stuff with it. You have stuff that
Does someone lose most of their body limbs?
Actually, it's funny. We do get a dismemberment, but it's a pretty minor one. compared
The first
to
one
much of
was the
other
minor
ones.
one.
It's like a random extra. It's like
Oh, it wasn't a main character with a disembodiment.
at least
I'm
not
shocked.
that I remember. The only dismemberment I remember is, it's not a spoiler, like there's that shot in the trailer of Kylo like tackling this dude and like chucking him to the ground. It's that sequence where he's fighting some dudes and he lops one of their arms off. That's pretty much from what I remember the only dismemberment in the thing. And
Shocking.
yeah, of course there's all the talk about Palpatine, and I can't really say anything about his involvement other than that, well, he is in it.
Yeah, I gathered that.
And there's gonna be so many memes because Palpatine is the meme master.
He really is. Even I like the Palpatine memes.
Yeah.
They're nothing on Baby Yoda, though.
No, they're nothing on Baby Yoda. Actually, it's also really funny. Nothing major, but they released the most current episode of The Mandalorian a couple days before Rise of Skywalker because, funny enough, a thing that Baby Yoda does in The Mandalorian actually happens in Rise of Skywalker. It's like a really minor thing. It's like nothing that important. It's something that they could have easily just introduced in Rise of Skywalker.
But they didn't.
But they didn't. They
Because
had
Baby
Baby
Yoda's...
Yoda do it. Because everybody loves Baby Yoda. It's the one thing I think every Star Wars fan can agree on is that Baby Yoda is a blessing. And it's funny, there is, I wouldn't say a Baby Yoda equivalent, but there is a thing, a little alien in this that I absolutely adored, and I think everyone else adores. His name's Babu Frick, and
I
Chrissy
can have
came to
so
call,
much fun with that name.
and Chrissy came to call him Bubble Freak.
I love it.
And yeah, he's
Another-
an alien, and I absolutely love him, and I would die for Babu Frick. And then of course, I think the only other point I'll mention is, well, obviously the fact that they have to reuse. It's basically all reused footage from Force Awakens for all of Carrie Fisher's involvement.
Yeah,
Never would have guessed.
And that's pulled off really well.
Oh, good.
Like, it's funny
Okay.
because, like, I feel like they kind of shot themselves in the foot because when Force Awakens came out on, like, Blu-ray, they released the deleted scenes.
Yeah.
So, and I watched the deleted scene, and it's nothing major, but it's, like, in the back of my head, it works totally fine in this movie, but I'm also recognizing, like, I know the original context of, like, what she's saying there, but it works. It requires some suspension of disbelief, but I figure it's Carrie Fisher, you guys. Like,
Yeah.
This is as good as we were gonna get, because otherwise they would have had to like CGI her or recast her. God,
Jesus, yeah.
Could you imagine? One thing I will say is there's definitely moments in this that are definitely a direct response to some of the flack Last Jedi got. Which I honestly, it's like there's only, I would say, one major retcon, which I won't go into because again it's like a massive spoiler.
Yeah.
But and I'm still processing how I feel about it. I'm mostly okay with it. I think it was mainly just because I liked the particular choice they made in The Last Jedi, and I feel like they tried to get around retconning it, but they ended up just having to retcon it. Apart from that, it's mainly just stuff that like is a continuation of stuff that was set up in Last Jedi, but they kind of go the more fan servicey route with it, which I don't mind. It's the last one of the saga. There's gonna be fan service. Like, it's like people are saying, "Oh, there's too much fan service." I'm like, it's the last one.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, literally every Star Wars thing that has come out since the original trilogy has been fan service. Like the prequels. The fan service in that, like, do you remember in Revenge of the Sith where Chewbacca was there for just no fucking reason?
Yep,
Nope.
exactly.
Exactly, you don't. But like, yeah, in Revenge of the Sith, Chewie's just there. He doesn't do anything because Yoda's on Kashyyyk with the Wookiees. So yeah, it's like it's not. It's like, yeah, he would be there, but he's just in the background, doesn't do anything.
Yep.
And then Yoda at the end when he leaves Kashyyyk, he's like, "Goodbye, Chewbacca," and
Like, just to make that extra effort, just
Yeah.
like, by the way, this has been Chewbacca.
this has been Chewbacca. It's literally, I forgot when I rewatched Revenge of the Sith recently. I forgot that Chewie was even in it.
Yeah.
Until towards the end, Yoda addresses him, and I was like, "Oh, that's right." So it's like I feel like people are forgetting the shitty fan service that was in the prequels. Like, there is nothing like that to me in this one. There is a lot, but most of the time it does come in service of the story to a certain amount. Some of it's fairly flimsy, but yeah. And like, they definitely play it more safe than Last Jedi, although I wouldn't say they play it 100% safe. They do take some chances with this. There was stuff in here that I definitely wasn't expecting them to do. But yeah, overall, yeah, it looks like this one's kind of just like, you know, every single person has a different opinion, which I kind of like. I will honestly take this over just the sheer hatred people were throwing
That is
at
very true,
Last
yeah.
Jedi. I was getting so fucking done with that. Especially people who were saying that's like, oh, let's bring George Lucas back. I want it to be like the prequels. And I'm like... And as someone, who grew up with the prequels... who grew up with the hatred and vile that was getting thrown at them.
And Jar Jar
The
Binks
series is nothing compared to what the prequels got. So it's like, I do kind of understand what the prequel fans are going through now, even though they've become the exact same thing that they despised in a very Star Wars-esque style. Actually, it's kind of funny. But I've come to realize, like, it's a cycle, basically. It's a generational cycle with Star Wars, it seems. The original trilogy comes out, people grow up on it, they love it, it's their childhood. Then the prequels come out, and all the people who grew up with the original Star Wars are like, what the fuck is this? This isn't my childhood, this is something weird and different. And, you know, it's not even that, you know, very good. And George Lucas like, Jar Jar's like, eat all of this, and blah, blah, blah. And, like, years and years of this. And then slowly over time, you know, Lucas plus other people started working on, like, there was the Clone Wars animated series. The prequel series kind of got a little bit of track to it. But it wasn't the movies that did that. It was the expanded material that came out, like, years afterwards that did that. And so the prequels began getting an actual fan base of people, because it's mostly the kids who grew up with that. So they grow up, and, you know, to them the prequels, that's their Star Wars. It's like, yeah, we see the original trilogy, but, you know, the prequels, that's our Star Wars. He was falling asleep. Well, I don't get it.
He's almost done. It sounds like it.
Yeah, and so yeah, now that we have the sequel trilogy coming out, and again, it's like, yeah, they aren't perfect, but again, I will reiterate, Star Wars has always been flawed. That's why I like it.
Like many films.
Like
so.
literally anything else. So yeah, all the prequel fans who, you know, went through that kind of, you know, hatred of what they loved are now being like, well, this isn't like the prequel. So
exactly.
So I'm thinking, give it 10 years.
Yeah.
And whatever Star Wars is doing in the future,
if Star Wars is still around, someone shoot me.
it's going to be Kira. It's going to be around literally till the end of time now.
Yeah.
Kill me.
Which is, it's kind of like the same thing with Star Trek. They just keep releasing different generations of the same show.
And granted, it's going to be different from now on, because they have, like, not, like, this was advertised as the end of the Skywalker saga, and it is. They don't pull like a Pirates of the Caribbean 3 where it's like, this is going to be the end, but we're totally going to set up for like, more shit going forward.
Yeah.
They give it a legit ending, and I really
that's
respect
good.
them for
There
that.
was a legit ending after the first 3 and the first 6.
Oh, 100%.
And then I didn't need more.
Oh, yeah.
No more was ever needed. It was done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but here's the thing, Kira. Disney wants money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as long as money can be made from the Star Wars brand, which it will probably always, we're going to get more Star Wars stuff. It's probably, because the thing is now, though, I'm curious to see as to where they're going to go, because, again, they're going to only be able to work kind of backwards in a sense, where they're going to only be able to expand on pre-existing eras.
Yeah.
Unless they eventually decide to continue the story of, you know, Finn, Poe, Kylo, and Rey and the gang.
I got a really good idea. Really good.
Oh, yeah?
Disney, listen to my pitch. So, you know how it's the galaxy far, far away? So they make it to our galaxy, and they shoot Trump. The end. I like that ending.
There we go.
The thing is, I'm realizing if the Star Wars universe ever crossed over with ours, it would literally just turn into Akira.
Yeah.
I'm
Which
already
would be
here,
amazing.
sweetie.
Except it would be horrifying.
Yeah.
But, because it's Akira. But, yeah, no, so it's like, yeah, give it 10 years, and whatever Star Wars things are happening in 10 years from now, the kids who are growing up with this series are gonna hate that.
Yeah.
And it's just a cycle.
Yeah.
It's a cycle.
Yep. It will be a never-ending cycle.
It's just one of those things that I
Never-ending
just
story.
come to terms with, but I also just think it's really funny, and I think in a way kind of fitting, considering that's kind of what Star Wars is always about, just a cycle
Exactly.
of crazy shit
Yeah.
and this
Reused
one
material.
shitty family with their stupid fucking drama fucking everyone else.
Can we rant about the Lion King now?
Oh,
Yeah, let's move.
Yes.
Let's move on to another
to a different
train,
Disney project.
different train
Disney
wreck.
project.
So I think it was maybe last week or at the beginning of this week.
It was sometime this week.
Sometime this week, Trev and I watched the live-action Lion King.
And what did you
Yeah,
think?
well, a little late to the party, but we watched it nonetheless.
I really wanted to like it.
Can I say my piece before you go ranting about it first?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I liked the first half. Like, it had a steady flow and everything was going well for like the first half of the movie, and then as soon as like they're in the jungle and Simba meets up with Nala for the first time, that's when things go really downhill really fast.
That's more than halfway
I
through the
think you
movie.
mean
That's
beyond.
quite close to the end of the
know.
movie.
I don't know. It seemed like at that point
Basically,
where they
once it hits "Can You Feel the Love Tonight,"
Can-
it goes
pretty
downhill.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
it felt like shit. We have another half of the movie to do. We need to finish this quick.
Like, what they were doing in the beginning was they were doing it literally like copy, like scene by scene. I was like, okay, cool, sure, I'm okay with that. I want to see the Lion King in live action quotes. But then like they changed it up when Nala came to see Simba again, and
What, there's no sexy sex scene?
what?
Not really.
Does she lick him and then give him the fuck me right now? line
Yeah,
that she does in the
I think
original?
she does.
Sexy.
Not
but,
really.
Oh really? Can they though? Because like the
There's
animals
no
can't
facial
fucking
expression.
emote in this one.
She gives a lick, but there's no fuck me eyes.
Damn it.
Anyways, so but like after that, it's like they decide to be like just randomly decide like, okay, so we've done it scene by scene for the like this entire bit. Now let's change it up and kind of like go off like what we want to do. So it's like, okay, fucking make up your mind. Either you're gonna do it like scene by scene, or you're gonna kind of like give it a new thing going on. You can't do both. You have to be consistent here. And this pissed me off so much. So when like Nala is chasing Pumbaa through the jungle,
Yes.
and so like then Simba comes and attacks her, and they're like, oh my god. So in the animated movie, like they're like, oh my god, like they're both in shock. They're like, oh my god, how are you? It's been so long and everything. And then am I peeking? Yes. Oh, sorry. And then Nala's like, wait, Simba, you're alive. You have to come back to the kingdom and stuff. That did not happen. It was they saw each other like, Nala, Simba. Then right away Nala's like, Simba, you have to come back.
Oh, there was no soul searching with
There was
Rafiki?
nothing.
Nothing.
It was like my long lost friend that I thought was dead. Oh, you have to come back to the castle right well the castle
I
like
love
the
the
kingdom right now.
conversation in that gap with Rafiki where he just bashes him on the head with the stick. I love that scene.
I know.
Wait. The stick bashing scene is not in this.
It's not.
Boo!
If they were going to go to all the trouble
I know.
of doing a shot-for-shot remake, which nobody wants, by the way.
I
Why
thought,
would anybody
like,
want
I
just
thought-
a shot-for-shot remake?
Okay,
when you
I
can
thought it
just
was
watch
okay.
The original animated
I thought it was
version?
okay because I mean that's what they do like with a lot of the live action ones. Like it's just basically like the exact same, but in live action. But like with this, like at least be consistent with it. Like if you're gonna do it shot by shot, do it for the entire movie, not like change halfway through.
Yeah, because that's just weird.
I was like, what's going on here? And then also, Beyonce was not the right voice actress for Nala.
No.
Nala's very soft spoken more. Beyonce is not, and you can
She's Beyonce.
you can definitely tell when they're singing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" that Beyonce's trying to hold back as much as she can, but she
Oh, yeah,
wants to
100%.
she wants to just go all out, but she can't because it's not that kind of song.
Which is funny because I know Simba is played by Donald Glover, who's
Yep.
another very well-known singer.
Yeah.
So
No,
he's
he
like-
was
He's
fine.
more of a rapper though
Well,
than
yeah,
a
he's
singer.
a
Yeah.
rapper. So.
And Simba's more, he's the front of the show. Like, I just can't wait to be king. He's
Yeah.
the front of the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You want that for Simba.
Also,
Yeah, like-
I saw a clip of the "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" scene. The song is called "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" When are they doing this? During the fucking day?
They were doing that in the animated
Well, no,
movie too.
No, in
But
the
it actually
animated,
takes-
it was at night.
They go from day into night.
Yeah, it goes
Yeah.
into night, but,
But like,
it
it's
was
like Can You Feel
day.
the Love Tonight? There's at least part of the sequence takes place at night.
Yeah.
Because the song is called Can You Feel the Love Tonight, not Can You Feel the Love this afternoon.
It's fine.
And then the scene too where Simba's running back to the kingdom, like they didn't like again because at the beginning of the movie they were being extremely like seen like copy.
Yeah.
This one they used a song that Beyonce did and not like the original. And just like what are you doing?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like
during the
most of the
montage,
Disney
yeah.
live action ones have at least added one additional song. Granted, it's usually from what I've heard been the lamest song. Like I remember in Aladdin they give.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
for example,
God.
Aladdin.
random like feminist song, which you're like, okay, but then immediately afterwards she's like, I won't be speechless, and immediately afterwards she's like, I'll do whatever you say, Jafar. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
backtracked on that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Lion King. Like again, I really wanted to like it, but like
And you didn't like the little jingle that Timon and Pumbaa did to distract the hyenas either.
no, I didn't because
What was it? Not the luau?
no,
Oh.
they changed that up too. It was like a Disney Easter egg. Obviously, I can't.
It was to Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
It was.
Yeah, it
Please
was.
tell me that Pumbaa was the beast.
No, they didn't even
No,
do like,
it was Be Our Guest. It was the intro.
it was the intro.
Actually, you know what? I'll accept that.
I was gonna say like
That's-
okay, that's
I'll
kind of
accept
clever,
that.
but
I still like.
there's the whole luau
I
thing.
I love the
The
luau
luau is
Literally
good.
one of
thing.
the best scenes in the
I
movie
know,
where he's
and
like,
they-
what am I gonna do? Go out there and do luau, and it just cuts immediately to him. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yes, but then
Yeah.
they changed up and they're like BR, and then like when like they were gonna say guest, like that's when like the hyenas started chasing them. But I'm like,
Because Disney
what the
can't
fuck? That is like the
copyright
best
Disney.
scene of the entire movie, and you fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like it just. Well, one thing that I did like, because I know that a lot of people weren't a fan of how they made, like, they didn't give the cartoony eyes to the lions. I actually liked that. I liked that they made the lions have, like, realistic eyes.
So you're okay with having 2 hours of just animals just staring at each other?
I
like
want
this
to point out
with
I don't
voices?
like that, which is why I didn't see it
Yeah.
because you will. Okay, maybe Ben's not the greatest example because he's a
He's
fucking
not. He's currently
nutcase.
sleeping.
Go
so.
look at my cats. They emote. Their eyes dilate. They use their ears to emote.
Yeah, they're not just fully black
They're
all
just
the
not-
time.
Then also, I feel like that's really not the point of animation.
It's not.
Yeah.
Also,
Like you're trying to portray these emotions
Yeah.
in at least a big over the top way normally.
I mean, I
But with
still
this, it's
felt
like-
emotion from them. Like,
you felt it, but you couldn't see it.
yeah, I could. Like, they still move their facial expression. Like, they still have facial expressions
Yeah,
and
they
stuff.
did.
So
Nah.
the eyes didn't really make a huge deal to me. I
They
honestly
didn't move
quite-
their ears. They didn't really move their eyes. It's just kind of
Well, like,
the
they still
jowls.
have a face and
Basically,
like stuff.
it's just not as impactful as seeing the original anime where they're able to fully emote and you're
Yeah,
able to actually
yeah.
truly see what
Yeah.
each character is going through.
But
Unlike
I-
this, where it's just
yeah.
like, okay, I guess their face moved a little bit.
Well, no, I like to me at least. I like I thought they were able to portray emotion well enough.
Yeah.
I liked that it wasn't like the giant cartoony eyes. So like,
That being said, I will never forgive them for what they did to Be Prepared because I listened to the live action version to Be Prepared, and it was awesome.
Wait, they hurt my song?
They literally.
They touched my song?
Oh, Kira.
They touched my
Don't
song. They touched
guess
my
what?
song.
Do you want to know how long How long was the original Be Prepared? It was
2
like
minutes and
4
30
minutes?
seconds.
Really?
Jesus.
How long do you think this version of Be Prepared
If it's
is?
less than 2 minutes, I'm gonna hurt you.
It's about a minute,
If
30
that.
seconds.
If that, yeah,
And it's mostly him just speaking it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more speaking than singing.
yeah,
Yeah.
No.
I know.
You get a little bit of a chant at the very end, and it's kind of dope.
I'm sorry, the hyena chant was the best because they were literally singing about food. If you
Yeah.
listen to it and stop, they're singing about more food.
Yeah.
It's the
That's-
greatest.
And so yeah, and it's mostly done with him basically speaking the song.
Yeah.
Which is funny because the actor, I think it's Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yep.
He can sing because he sings at the very end of it, and he's awesome.
They touched my song.
Yeah, they fucked Be
That's
Prepared.
the one song that I will not
And
allow
there's
them
no,
to touch. It's my song.
You know, Nazi hyenas doing the goose step.
I'll accept
Yeah.
no Nazi
yeah,
hyenas. That's okay.
Yeah, like in this,
I'm
in
good
this
with having
climate,
a Nazi
that's
hyena.
That would
probably
be
okay.
hilarious, though.
But yeah, like so again, like honestly, I the beginning of the movie, I'd say like yeah, I'd give it like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Now it's more like a 4 or 5. 5 is being generous.
I had no intent of going to see it.
Yeah, no,
because-
you would have. I just.
Now I want to see it just so I can be mad at it, like so I can truly be mad at it.
But it
'cause, like,
sucks because I love The Lion King. I wanted to love this, and like at first I was like, why is it like why did this do so
Well,
bad at box
this is-
office?
this
Now I'm just
is-
like, oh, I understand why.
This is my issue with all of the live action Disney movies, with like maybe one or two exceptions. It's just like
No,
all they seem to care about is just capitalizing on the nostalgia for the original product.
I
There's
told you why
no
they do it,
interest.
right?
see,
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
thought
to keep
that
the rights.
I thought that Cinderella and Aladdin were both really good, and Beauty and the Beast. I thought the majority of them
Don't
were
get me
good.
started on Beauty and the Beast.
But it's
I fucking hated Beauty and the Beast. Anyway,
So I'm going to end the Disney rant.
yeah.
We're
Oh,
sorry if you
sure.
hear noise in the background. Our pizza's here.
Yeah.
We care a lot about our food. We will be nice enough not to eat on the podcast. We will
Yes.
wait.
Yes.
Unless
but-
you want to hear us eating.
No,
I'm
I-
concerned.
Please don't, because I eat into my microphone enough at home, and they probably hear enough of that if
Probably.
they bother to listen to me crying.
Why
So
are you crying?
I was playing a horror game and
Oh.
it was scary. It was really scary.
Oh my god.
There was a scarecrow and it wanted to eat me.
a scarecrow. Oh my god.
Scarecrows are bad.
Sure.
Anyways,
No, he helps me in the end. So this is the Christmas episode.
Yes.
The Christmas episode. How much did we talk about Christmas in the past half hour?
Okay. Well.
We said Merry Christmas. That's it. Trevor's back. He's getting there.
is
If he-
Trevor our Christmas present?
Trevor, are you a Christmas present?
Do we get to unwrap
I have
Trevor
Christmas.
now?
I have Christmas topics.
Ooh,
I do too.
good.
Okay.
Trevor, let's go through your Christmas topics. Give me Christmas topics.
It is creepy Christmas topics.
Oh, good. I was already crying yesterday. It's fine.
Hey, there we go. Mainly about the songs that like have
Oh.
really dark underlying tones.
Murder.
Yeah.
Oh, I peeked that.
Main one that pops into mind. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
That's so funny though.
I love its counterpart of Grandpa got ran over by a beer truck.
Oh,
And
I
y-
didn't know about
Yeah,
that.
there's that one, and the
this
one
family's
who's driving the beer truck is Grandma.
Oh, perfect.
It says that in the song. I love that one.
Oh,
That's a
that's
good
great. But I mean, like the entire song is them grieving over Grandma
They were
Who's
that got
dead.
ran over by a reindeer
They're more making light of it. I feel.
making
in a
Like-
country tone.
Yeah,
Making
no,
light
they're
of their
talking
grandmother
about
being killed.
they're talking
Yeah.
about how Christmas dinner's not the same without Grandma. They're at their funeral in the song. There's a whole
Yeah.
verse to her funeral.
It's a horrible song.
I was listening to this yesterday.
Can I add on to this?
Yes.
It's not maybe quite as dark, but I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus is literally about a kid
Yes.
thinking his mother is cheating on her father with
Yes.
Santa
Santa
Claus.
Claus.
That's such a weird concept for a
Oh my
song.
god! And funny enough, so we heard this in the car the other day,
Trev didn't realize.
and no, whatever. But yeah, I for some fuck reason I was completely dumbfounded to the fact that Santa Claus is the dad. I had no goddamn idea the entire time.
I thought that was so. I was like, it's kind of stupid that like people like think that like they're like the mom is cheating on the dad, and then Trev's like, she isn't. I was like, no, the Santa is
Yeah,
the
Santa's
dad,
dad.
and he's like, oh.
Although,
Yeah.
by that logic, it's also a Christmas song basically joking about how Santa isn't real.
That is true.
No, not
No,
necessarily.
because the kid sees it as Santa. His mom's cheating on his dad with
Yeah,
Santa.
but Santa is supposed to be the dad. Ergo, there is no actual
See,
Santa.
the
Yeah.
thing with that song, though, it has two meanings depending on your age group.
Yeah.
If you're a
That's true.
child, that's what it means is you
It's straight up adultery.
adultery.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're an adult, you're like, Santa's not real.
But yeah, the thing that I thought was funny after we had that discussion, because it's the Jackson 5 that sings that song.
Yeah.
Well, they do a version, yes.
Yes, they do a version,
Yeah.
and like it's little Michael singing the song, and
his
like
big old
I'm just
afro.
imagining the conversations, like especially in the song, he's like, I'm gonna tell my daddy, and so I can just see the conversations like, Daddy, I saw Mom kissing Santa Claus. It's like, that was me, you dumb shit.
I mean, considering what we know about the Jackson,
I know.
probably how it went down.
That's the day he found out Santa wasn't real.
I just love that image. You dumb shit.
You love the image of Michael Jackson getting abused.
Getting beat by his dad.
Not that just like a parent being like, "You dumbass! Like wake up!"
Oh dear, but yeah,
Merry Christmas, family abuse.
right? God damn it.
But one of my favorite ones that are creepy is you better watch out, you better
Yeah.
not cry. Like,
Have you guys heard the version where it's "You better watch out,
You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out.
See, when that happens, you know what I think of is it was a meme that came around a few years ago of Santa's going on strike because of global warming. This year, presents are going to be delivered by Sasha, the Christmas tiger. And it's a picture of a tiger holding boxes of presents.
Oh my god,
And
that's
someone has
awesome.
drawn this where it's like Sasha with a hat, Santa hat, writing the list with her paws. And it says, gives presents to good children. Yes, Sasha, good. Eat the naughty ones. Sasha, no! Eat naughty ones. So on this list that Sasha's trying to write with her paws, and then
Yeah.
there was like, Sasha wrote a list. It's really hard with her paws. It has names that some are crossed off and says naughty, tasty, nice present. And they're like horribly scrawled because she's writing
Yeah.
with paw. It's the most adorable thing
Oh,
I've
that's
ever seen.
awesome.
And then underneath everything of this giant post is, you better watch out. And it gets bolder every time with the you better watch out.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I love Sasha. If I can find the link to the Sasha the Christmas
Yeah,
tiger, I will.
absolutely.
It is
Holy
very
crap.
hard to find the
God.
original post.
Yeah.
oh, and then
Oh,
also
but that was
the lyrics.
fantastic.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
He knows when you're awake. He knows
Yeah.
if you've been bad or good.
So be good for goodness sake.
Yeah.
Like, be good for goddamn sake.
Yeah, the lyrics should be "So be good, or he'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll stuff you into his sack,
Oh,
and you'll never
God.
be seen again."
No,
Yeah,
because with
exactly.
that, when that song was about, Santa was going to give you coal so that you could live for the winter, but you wouldn't get any joy out of it. The sack is Krampus and Black Peter.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So Santa never had a sack; it was always Krampus's sack.
No, Santa had a sack full of toys. No, he had a sled.
Shut up! Shut up. I know what I said. Still.
God.
Okay.
He does.
Any more?
Yeah, you have things.
I have Christmas topics.
Okay.
So, I want to ask you guys. Like, it doesn't even have to be your favorite of all, but the present that you got for Christmas that you remember the most. It doesn't have to be your favorite. It could be thing that like you got it and you played with it once and you never touched it again. But what was that one that you have the weirdest memory of, or like the happiest, or whatever?
My first bass guitar.
That was
My
very
guitar. The one that's beside you.
This
yeah,
one.
the doctor.
I never played it.
Wow. At least I played mine.
No, I will.
I've named it the doctor.
Yes. I will tell you why, though, because growing up, my mom, for some reason, had a history of, like, I would just mention something, and then she'd be like, okay, you have that now. It's like, what?
My mother did that.
Like, I think the first time I was about, like, 7 or 8, and I just mentioned to her that, like, oh, well, like, you know, like, it'd be cool, like, to take ballet, or, like, just, like, not saying that I actually wanted to, just saying, like, the idea would be interesting. The next day I get home, mom's like, okay, you're signed up for ballet classes. They start at, like, at 3 p.m. on, like, Tuesdays. I'm just like, what? I didn't actually want this. It was just like a fun thing. And then, so for my guitar here, I just again mentioned that, like again, having a guitar would be cool. And then for Christmas, I got this guitar. I mean, it was a long time ago, but I'm just like,
Yeah, man, this has been here a while.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I got that for Christmas.
She's
I think
had it for a long time.
I think I was about maybe 16 or 15 or 17, somewhere in high school, when my parents got me that guitar for Christmas, and I never learned to play because like I just like they never signed me up for lessons or anything, never offered to.
Yep.
So
See, I know how to play a little bit, but I can't play like a normal guitar. I have to play it like this, and because there's no camera, the guitar is face up on
Like
my lap.
flat on your lap.
It is
yeah.
flat on my lap facing the sky because my fingers don't work very well because they are dead.
That's okay. There are types of guitars that are like that.
Yes, there are, but I played a guitar like this that was actually quite a bit longer. It was an adult-sized guitar.
Yeah.
And I played it like
That's
this.
an adult size.
Mine kept going. Mine goes to here.
wow.
Fair. I
It's like
yeah.
another foot or
I've
something.
I've had big acoustics before as
Yeah.
well.
Also, keep in mind, Kira is small.
Kira's a
That
very
is very
small
true.
child, so having an extra foot on a guitar is a very large
That is
guitar.
very true.
I could not hold it like a normal guitar, so I learned how to play it up facing up. I know how to play 2 songs.
Hey, there we go.
I know how to play Jet Plane, and I know how to play Smoke on the Water.
Of course.
But yeah, so that guitar is like that's the most vivid memory I have of a Christmas present, and I like never
It
used
sits
it.
there.
Yeah, yeah. Trev uses it now, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of my. Oh, I have two. It's
I'll accept 2.
weird.
I have 2
First
as well.
one was when I was a little kid. This is back when the first Harry Potter film came out. We got
So 2001.
2001. So we got there was a bottle of Harry Potter shampoo.
Yep,
It was
I remember
in,
that.
like a potion glass.
oh my
vial
god,
thing,
so cool.
and it was weird, and it smelled so good.
It was
And
banana,
like,
I believe.
sparkly and shit. I don't think it was even for me. I think it was for like the family.
Oh, yeah.
But I just vividly remember that. I never saw it again because again, this was 2001.
Yeah.
And the other one I distinctly remember, and Kira's gonna empathize with me on this, is I got Mass Effect 3.
Hey! I split. No, I didn't.
Which,
Hey.
oh my god, that was an experience during Christmas.
Did you get that before the other 2? You played the other 2?
No, I got introduced to the Mass Effect franchise in literally the weirdest way. It was my birthday in like 2011 or something. So this was like early January, and I was like, I kind of want to get like a sci-fi video game. But I was like, I have no idea what sci-fi video games are out there. And I'm going around, I look in the bin, and I see Mass Effect 2 for the PS3. I'm like, this looks cool, I'll get this. Weeks later, I am like 100% invested in this game. I go through the first time. I do terribly on the suicide mission.
As you
Half
do.
my squad dies.
As you do.
I hilariously was going to romance Miranda, but then
There's
Hello.
a bunch of sirens going on
Someone's
outside.
getting murdered.
Wow.
Anyways.
anyway, I tried to romance Miranda,
And
but
it's
then
your
I
ears.
chose. I sided with Jack in the argument between
Oh,
Miranda and Jack,
sweetheart.
like an idiot, thinking, "Oh, it's okay. Miranda's a grown-up. She'll handle it well." She didn't handle it well. I was like, "Is everything okay between us, Miranda?" And Miranda, in her hot Australian accent, like, "Not even remotely."
No lie.
Oh god.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, that was my experience with Mass Effect 2. So fast forward, I have caught up on Mass Effect 1, so I now have a good idea of what the trilogy is. And I'm 100%, I'm so invested in these fucking games now. So go into Mass Effect 3. And I've actually, just because again, Mass Effect 3 came out a while before Christmas, so I had seen spoilers online. Specifically of a major character death, which I kind of figured was going to happen, because we're introduced to him in Mass Effect 2. His literal first line of dialogue is, "I'm dying of a terminal disease."
Oh, I know who it is, and
Okay.
you're
Should've
gonna break
seen
my
this.
heart.
And like, so I don't want to say who it is, even though you'll
My
guess
heart.
whenever you end up playing the original trilogy.
My heart.
But Kira knows who I'm talking about. And
He
if
was
you played
my-
Mass
he
Effect,
was
you
my
know who I'm
second
talking
love.
about.
He's my second love, and it hurts still.
And so yeah, you go through. If you were able to get him to survive into the third game, he doesn't have a significant role, but he basically
He does.
well, actually,
If he wasn't there, you get fucked.
yeah, but he's not there for very long.
No.
He doesn't have a huge amount of screen time because he's not on your squad in the third one.
No.
He's only in the second one. And so and again, just to preface.
Preface.
Very
like,
good.
You had the right
forgot
word.
Words. I had seen the scene of him because he gets stabbed in this assassination attempt.
You haven't played it
We
yet.
haven't played it yet.
Yeah, but you don't know.
It's old enough. Yeah.
Fine.
And also, they don't know who I'm talking about.
Exactly.
They'll know by the time they meet him,
Oh,
and
they'll
I'm gonna
know.
cry.
We're
It's
we're
gonna
forgotten
take-
by then, so.
You'll probably forget. Yeah, they'll have forgotten by then. It's
Yeah.
fine. So I had seen the scene where he's in the hospital bed, and he's like with his son, and you're reading this prayer book. And when I just saw the scene, I was like, "Well, that's sad," but I'm sure it'll still make more sense in the context of the game. When I got to that section of the game, I legit started like sobbing. I was like, "Ugh, oh god."
You know what's even worse? It's so much worse if you've romanced him.
Oh god, I've
It is
never romanced him.
1,000%
Oh,
worse.
no.
Yeah.
I did that for my second playthrough
Oh, that's brutal.
because he's my other boy.
yeah,
It's him and Garrus.
yeah.
But oh,
But yeah, it is.
oh,
So I spent most of my Christmas being really sad
Oh.
over a dead
character
frog.
he's not a frog, he's a lizard.
Thank you. And then because then it was probably one of the only games where like afterwards I was like legitimately just in my head being like, what's gonna happen to all these people? And I'm like Devin, they're not real. I'm like, they're real to me. Yeah, it was just that was Mass Effect 3 was a fucking experience. That
Yeah, it
game
is.
drained me emotionally.
It
Yeah.
does. It does.
So I
that.
look forward to when you guys
Oh my
eventually
God.
Nice.
It makes me go.
Okay,
So
Kira.
I've got 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So the first one needs a little bit of an explanation. When I was little, my grandma, for all her glory, always got me those robot pets, like the dog
Oh,
and
I
the
had one of those.
bird.
Yeah.
I had so many of
They were
them.
like Zorgs or something, weren't
There's
they?
so many different brands.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
But one year, she found one. Me and my brother, because we always get 2, 'cause one for me, one for him. We still do not know where she found these at all, where they were from, what they were linked to. They're 1.5 to 2 feet long, giant alien cockroaches.
What?
They come with a little egg remote control
What?
that you can walk around the house.
Well.
These things are huge.
Jesus.
And so they got, like-
cockroaches.
They're designed like a cockroach. They got like little wings that come up, and they've got the giant feet. They got 3 big eyes because it's an alien cockroach, and they make noises. And you've got this little egg remote control to like walk them around the house, like in like an RCV
Yeah.
car. Me and my brother were just so confused, and we immediately opened them and started running around the house with them.
God.
And I played with it for like an hour,
Yeah.
and then we got
Terrifying.
bored.
That's terrifying.
It was hilarious though. I
my
got the
God.
green one. My brother got the red one.
That's terrifying.
And every once in a while, these things have never been thrown out. Once in a while, they'll be appear around the house, be like, I don't know, I clean out the closet and you find the Robo Roach.
Oh God.
Or there's, I think mine's upstairs with my grandma in her cabinet, and she'll
Yeah.
just clean her cabinet and she finds the Robo Roach. And she's just like, Kira, look what I found. I was like, oh, it's the Robo Roach. The remotes are long gone and dead. Like,
Yeah.
it was one of those
Yeah.
remotes where you took it out and the batteries are all foreign and you can't replace
Yeah,
them.
of course.
Yeah.
So it's just this giant roach, and it's huge. It's about the size of the torso chocolate. Let's go with that.
Oh,
probably a little,
Jesus.
probably a little bit bigger.
That's giant.
Yeah, it is torso. For an explanation, you guys don't have cameras. I got a giant box of chocolates, and if I sit it on my lap, it's the width of me, and it goes above my shoulders. It is the torso chocolate.
Oh,
It's a very big box of
I'm gonna
chocolate.
have nightmares
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, there's the Robo Roach. I love that Robo Roach. And it always appears around the house every year or two. And
You
yeah,
can't see what just happened by like made a little bug effect across Victoria's shoulder,
And she's laughing for
appreciated
it.
it greatly.
Yeah.
you guys spiked when you screamed at my Robo Roach.
Smooth.
I mean, yeah.
I love my Robo Roach. The other one was a tag team event from my grandma and my mother. So my grandma does Christmas Eve to open presents because she's an impatient little brat.
Fair.
So she opens all the presents on Christmas Eve because she doesn't want to wait. And then in the morning, I go downstairs and we open presents with my parents. So a game had just come out. I really, really wanted it, and I didn't own an Xbox to play it. It was Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I just wanted the new Banjo game. That's all I cared about. I didn't know how bad it was. It was very bad, by the way.
Oh, dear.
It was so bad.
Yeah, I've heard.
It was bad. So I was kind of like sad because usually Grandma gets these big. Grandma's the one who buys the big presents usually. So I walked next morning. I wasn't expecting anything big. Open up. It's an Xbox.
Oh, shit.
And
Wow.
I'm so excited. And me and Vince are both excited. We both played Banjo-Kazooie, the first one, on the N64 for ages.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited. And I go upstairs to tell Grandma, I was like, can we go to EB Games tomorrow? Like, I want to buy this game. And she's like, wait one moment. And she comes out and she has the game in her hand.
God.
They were listening to how much I was excited for Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, my God.
It was a terrible game, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I was so excited. New Banjo. It's been 10 goddamn years.
Yeah.
New Banjo. It's a disappointment.
Wow.
But still, greatest memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to explain mine now.
The bass guitar. You just said bass guitar.
I know. It's just like I didn't realize everybody was explaining because there is a funny story behind it.
Yeah.
So
Go for it.
Okay. So me back when I was
Me?
between the ages of 12 and 14. I can't remember
So when
exactly.
we were probably like babbies.
Yeah. I can't remember exactly how old I was because I'm old and I can't remember shit. I had just begun to start plucking away at bass. I was being interested in playing bass, and my brother, I don't know where the hell he found this thing, but he had like some Frankenstein constructed 3-string bass that yeah, of course. And I just started playing with it. I just started fiddling around with it, and I actually like went online to find like learning tools and everything on how to like play bass. So I was teaching myself how to play it, and then my parents caught on to this. And then for Christmas that year, I said that I wanted a new bass. I'm like, and they're like, okay, fine. So as a child, every year at Christmas, without fail, I wake up super early because I need to open things right away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm with you there.
yeah, exactly. So I would always like go downstairs, kind of like find which ones are mine. I wouldn't like put them in a little pile, but I just like kind of scope them out where they were, and like I'd like shake them up a little bit, trying to figure them out. So this one year when I noticed that I had a bass, I go downstairs, I check around the tree, I didn't find anything, and where the tree was, there was like a china cabinet that it was against the wall, and I noticed in the corner there was a bass guitar case leaned up against the wall, tucked behind the tree. So I'm like, oh, that's very cool. So I reached behind, I grabbed it. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I opened it up, I played it for a little bit, zipped it back up, put it exactly where it was. I then went back upstairs and pretended to sleep for like 3 hours until everybody else woke up.
Wow.
And then of course, like, everybody wakes up, we go downstairs, and of course that was like the hot ticket like present for the house, that I was getting my bass, and I was just so I go down there, and like my parents present me the bass. I open it up and I'm like, yay, I love it. And then there's like, what's wrong? Like, I've already played it. And they're like, what? Just, oh my god, it's like I couldn't wait. I saw it was there and I had to have it. It was so funny though, and that's something we bring up like every year without fail now.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That's actually hilariously funny. Now I have another question for you. What are some, just give me one, some really dumb Christmas traditions you've done over the year? I know you made us decorate that tree.
Well, that's
Well, yeah, that.
that's not a dumb. That like everyone does that.
I don't. Okay, I don't want dumb. Just unusual. Because I wouldn't call mine dumb, but it is very unusual.
like,
it is very bad for now age. But I thought it was amazing.
I don't think I have any really unusual Christmas traditions.
I kind of have a weird one.
Okay.
So my dad started it. I don't know when he started it, but for a while, whenever anybody opened a present, he joked that it was a shaver.
Oh.
He was like, "Oh, it's a shaver," and then, as a joke, one time,
Did you buy him a fucking shaver?
we got him a shaver, and so he grabs the present. It's a box, and of course he says, like, "Oh, it's a shaver," and then he opens it up, and sure enough, it's a shaver. Everybody cracks the fuck up. But yeah, since then, and even before then, but without fail, everything's a shaver.
That reminds me of a tradition. Not really a tradition. It's more of a running joke on my dad's side of the family. It's not a Christmas tradition. It's just kind of a running joke where if somebody would ask for what's for dinner, whoever heard them at the time would just reply, "Boiled dog."
What?
What the
Just
fuck?
as a joke. I was like, "What do we have for dinner?" "Boiled dog."
But then again, my mother also jokes that we're going to skin the cat one day and eat it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, like how many cats? Sorry, that's horrible. That's so mean.
Yeah, my joke is, I don't want to shave that. It's so much effort.
Yeah, true.
I think my only the tradition that my family does is just like we have our Christmas Eve presents, which are always pajamas every single year for my sister and I.
Yeah, because then you get to wear them.
Exactly. So
And
that's the
for
only
Santa.
unique tradition, unique with air quotes, because it's not really that unique.
Well,
But-
they throw tree decorating.
Oh
parties
yeah, that
every
is
year.
true.
Tree
So
decorating
my
party.
family actually does have this thing. My grandparents started it actually, like my mom told
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
So we have a family friend. Her name is Annie Nancy. My mom and her have been friends since high school. And I think, like, yeah, one year, apparently, like, they were decorating the tree. Nancy was over, so, like, she joined them. Then every year, kind of after that, they would slowly just invite more and more people. And eventually, like, it became this huge part. Like, not huge, I'm going to say, but, like, I think that most people we've ever had at one time is, like, 10 people. But, like, it's usually...
That's enough.
Yeah, that's a lot for
Like, at the
creating
most.
trade.
Yeah.
It's still.
But, I mean, because we have, like, a lot of family friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, this party has been going on since my mom was in high school.
Yeah,
And
it's been going on for at least 40 years.
yeah,
Wow. See,
Yeah.
that's a
very
good
long
tradition.
time. Yeah. Yeah, it's every year. It's always like me, my mom, my dad, my stepdad, my sister, my grandfather. My grandmother has since died.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like a bunch of family friends.
Yeah.
So mine's less of a tradition, something my aunt did for us when we were really little. I say really little. She finally stopped in high school for me.
Oh, wow.
So I think I was 15,
Yeah.
and it went till I managed to catch. I fucking caught Black Peter. So
Okay.
this okay.
Context.
Yeah.
Who's Black Peter?
You've never heard of Black Peter?
No.
He's Satan.
yeah.
No,
well,
he's the little boy that's covered in suit that delivers all the presents down the chimney.
No, never
Because you know,
heard of that.
Saint Nick's not going to
Okay.
fit down his fat ass down that chimney.
Okay.
So
I like it.
Backstory: I am Dutch.
Oh. Okay.
So
Yeah.
my dad's entire side of the family is Dutch, and my great aunt always took us for the holidays, for the weekend when someone couldn't take care of us. She would always look after us, and she would take us on day trips into the beach and crap. She's an awesome lady, by the way. She's like 100% awesome. What she did though is on the 5th of December is Saint Nick's, which is Santa Claus Day.
Yes.
So we would all go to her apartment, and you would have to put a carrot in your shoe outside the door. The carrot was for the horse. The carrot was for Saint Nick's horse.
Okay.
There's a whole legend about this, and this is something that's still done in Europe, not here.
Okay.
Yeah, because he doesn't ride a sleigh of reindeer. He has a sleigh drawn by one horse.
Okay.
It's a badass fucking horse.
It's a
Yeah.
badass fucking horse. He's also not a fat fuck.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like an actual
Well, I mean,
religious
yeah,
saint here.
Yeah.
Pulling, Saint Nick's fat ass across the sky.
You
have-
need
That
those
is
9
true. That is
reindeer.
very true.
But so he would ride the sleigh, but Black Peter was black because he's covered in chimney smoke, not
Yeah.
because he's a slave boy, by the way.
Jesus, no one was thinking that, Kira.
Well, no.
No,
that
this
had to
makes
be said.
100% context in a minute,
Oh.
believe me.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no.
Yes. So also the way it went is, so I would sit by the door waiting. I would be waiting for the horse noises.
Yeah.
For the horse to come and deliver the presents, right? But what it was is it took me years to figure this out. Someone would bang on the door, open the door, throw these little cookies in. I have some at home. I still get a giant bag of them every year. Throw these cookies into my face and run. She bolt down the hallway, and there's always a letter and a little chocolate like the chocolate letters, like the K's, J's,
Oh,
and all
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
inside the shoes. But this person was dressed all in colorful clothing, like the pictures of Black Peter, and covered in smoke suit. And they would run. I would never catch them. I finally caught them when I was about 15. And it turns out it was my aunt's friend Ricky who said, "Oh, I left my shoe at Shan's. I'll start walking towards you, and I'll meet you there." So I never figured this out, by the way, because there's a few years of like it has to be her.
Yeah.
It has to be her. But there's no way. She would walk in like 2 minutes
Yeah.
after I ran after Black Peter. As I said, I never caught it because she was always smart enough to take a different route than the one I was planning on taking. Fucking smart.
Of course.
So fucking smart. So, but there was no smoke suit on her. She was wearing different clothes than like the fun reality.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no fucking way she could do that in 2 minutes. Turns out they had another apartment that was empty during Christmas, 2 floors above us, and she was going up there washing it off and changing her clothes.
Wow.
Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Auntie, okay, no, it gets worse. So the way Auntie Shan did it, the letter contained riddles, and we had to do a scavenger hunt through the house to find all the presents. And each present had another letter with more riddles for scavenger hunts. Every year. until I turned about 15. That's commitment.
That sounds awesome.
It was
That does
the
sound pretty
greatest.
awesome.
Holy shit.
How much time is left?
About 5 minutes.
That puts my shaver story to shame.
Yeah.
Dude, my aunt is badass.
Holy
Damn.
crap.
You know what's also badass? Sponsorship.
Yeah, let's do a sponsor real
Yeah.
quick. We got
Yeah.
5
I
minutes.
mean, yeah, we probably should have done that like 20 minutes ago, but hey, better late than never, right?
Yeah, so tell us about our sponsor.
So, want high quality clothing that's eco-friendly? Then the Great North Apparel is for you. Made from organic cotton and bamboo and is extremely soft. They're also doing their part for the environment. 10% of profits they receive go towards conservation efforts around the world. So if you want some comfy clothes while helping the environment, go to www.thegreatnorth.net and use code JKTRadio at checkout to get 30% off your order.
Oh my.
Just a quick shout out.
Yeah.
I want to congratulate Teen Trees for actually reaching their $20 million.
Oh, did they actually?
They actually reached it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I believe it was on the 20th. Yeah, they finally hit 20 million trees.
Oh, awesome.
It's still going, so if you want to donate like some spare monies that you have to them,
Yes.
every dollar you donate
Is a tree.
is one tree. Their goal was
Literally.
20 million by the end of the year. They finally hit it. I'm very proud of them. But yeah, so yeah,
Nice.
it's cool. I just wanted to shout that out. I forgot about that. That was in my notes.
Oh
Nice. Also, I have. Do you have anything?
No.
We got
Okay.
like a few minutes. Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a little. Well, I say a little. I just have teensy weensy little shout out.
Oh.
My song is finally done.
It did it.
It is finally 100% done.
Oh my god, I might have
So
a
I
heart
have
attack.
an original song. I also have a cover that is completely done.
Is it the Elton John one?
No, it's a different one.
Aw, that was a good cover.
You're gonna have to go to the channel to figure it out.
and that's not this channel.
No,
No.
it's a different channel, but you can find. It'll be in the link in the description. It'll be. We can put it under the featured channels, right? Can
Yeah.
we?
Not until Victoria sends me the quips,
That is very true.
because I did say that it's the only one.
That is very true.
Okay.
Yes. So as soon as she decides to do that, it'll be in the featured thing.
You also can't say anything. You still have so much audio you need
I
to
know,
send me.
I know.
So much audio.
It's literally just called McBride. You won't find it because there's nothing on there just yet. But when this episode comes out, the videos will be up. So check them out. My
Woo!
original song is called Permanence. Permance. Permenance.
Do we know the alphabet?
Somewhat. And the cover is Dream On. So it's going to be good.
Okay. So.
So don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us your stupid Christmas traditions.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
We'd
love
like
to
to hear
hear
about
them.
it.
Don't forget to check out JKT Gaming. We'll eventually have some stuff posted when someone decides to send me all the audio files. And don't forget to say, I'm getting some dirty looks. And go check out Red
Anyways.
Light Gaming. By the time this goes out, Bad Dream of Coma has finished. The last episode's out. You can hear me in tears again over something scarier than a scarecrow. And
Also, JKT Gaming should have some stuff coming out fairly soon.
yes, when they
Yeah.
sends me the audio
Yes.
files.
Ah.
That's what that dirty look was for.
That's what that was about.
Well, I
yes.
figure we've done so many of these, and like the audio files could be for anything.
No,
I mean, that's true.
no,
but
there's only
no.
one audio file I need. Well, actually, no, there's like 3 from
Okay,
you.
Well, okay. Well,
Anyways.
Anyways.
Someone has a quip they want to do at the end.
Yeah.
yes. So
Don't get me
because
copyrighted.
it is it's. I don't think it's copyrighted, is it?
I don't know.
I mean, if he's singing it, then it's not like any
I
audio
mean,
or
to
recording.
be fair, it's
Well, we'll find out.
it's also a Christmas song, so I'd be surprised if it's copyrighted.
That's-
I don't know.
We'll
Anyways,
find
you can
out.
still try it.
we'll find out. So I'd just like to leave you all off with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Why, hello there. Do you like to see chunky boys beating the shit out of skimpy ladies? So do I.
Now let me tell you where you can watch this. The JKT Radio Gaming YouTube channel. To find this, go to the JKT Radio Podcast channel, go to the featured channels on the sidebar. It's literally the only one there. Click it. It's glorious. Lick it if you must. But click it. And then you can watch us play video games all the time. And beat skimpy ladies as the chunkiest boys. Goodbye.